This is the second part of the video on the 12-foot gato submarine. If we actually look down there, I've actually put a resistor on the socket that plugs into the speaker for the sound effects on the boat, because if I hadn't put that in, it would be so loud. There's a 20-watt audio amplifier on the other end of that, so it's, as you can imagine, it's quite loud. But the batteries that are in it, there's 3 12-volt 24 amp hour eveyway batteries sat in there, and at the back there's a 12-volt 17 amp hour there, but underneath this and all this lot here there's 2 more 12-volt 24 amp hour eveyway batteries again. All this part down here, the box down there, is for the actual telemetry, which is sending back data, pressure and all sorts of temperatures inside the boat and all sorts of other data coming back, RPM on motors, current you're pulling out of batteries and so on. This part here, this box here, is the transverter from transverting from LF up to 27 megahertz. There's a lot of electronics that you can't see because of all the batteries and everything in, but the whole sides of the boat is full of electronics. Down this side there's all an inverter which works all the 240 volt valves and all the rest of it down here. There's a radio link for the paging system, which if I actually switch this on,
air tank as soon as possible.
Now what it's actually doing now,
air pressure in main air tank is low. Submarine should surface and refill air tank as soon as possible.
now what that does, that actually transmits back to the bank side and tells you what's actually happening inside the boat as well. Actually, one of the other things that you can do is the actual sound effects. If I press the sequencer on the transmitter here, so that's gone into one of the sound effects. But if I hadn't put that resistor on that's down here, it would be so loud you wouldn't hear me at all. Now if I step into another one, I'll go into another one.
Oil bearing and shoot. Mark 140. Range. Mark 950 yards. Down scope. Service.
I say I can work my way through all the different sound effects, select whatever I want to select. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's an LED lit just there, which is one of the EEPROM. There's racks of EEPROMs down here. There's loads of banks of them down here, one for the paging system and one for the sound effects. For saying those sound effects have been on those chips for about 20 years now. It's worked quite well. But what I'm just working on at the moment is low frequency video link for underwater actually, and it's looking quite promising, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. And I think that just about sums it all up. Hope you enjoyed it, and make another video another time.